Kingdom Hearts thing panel this weekend. I mean, other than that, they're just a bunch of new comic books.
And I'll figure out how to really make sure to share it on our Facebook.
Yep.
Testing. I guess we can bullshit by saying we're trying something new.
Yeah, I mean, we're
But did you guys do that
so.
random poll already?
No, we didn't.
No.
We're just gonna wait till we all can come together.
Okay.
Alright, I mean, we're starting.
We don't know what that is. I just all my Lazarus contract issues finally arrived. Well, the last one arrived today, so I finished reading the Lazarus contract. And once I read the next Teen Titans episode, I don't have many comics left that I haven't read yet. But not gonna go until either if I go this weekend, I might, but it's either this weekend or next weekend. Because I know my Darth Maul doesn't come out until the 17th.
Yeah, you know we're live on YouTube, so I'm just gonna share it now. If you're watching this, I don't know who's watching, because I don't even know how I can tell who's watching. Doesn't it usually show up here? Oh, it's not even
If
live
we were
yet.
live, it would
Okay.
show
Alright,
that we're live.
alright, I guess now we're live, right? Are we?
See, what's great about YouTube is you can schedule your net. You can schedule every episode. So,
That's good.
so on your show, it can say schedule next stream, and then it can be like tune in the 22nd or whatever it is at 8 p.m. Eastern time for the next episode.
Yeah.
Tune
Oh, okay, so we're watching ourselves, watching ourselves.
in, watching ourselves. Are you on YouTube or Facebook?
On YouTube.
So it's live.
That's live, but then it's live. I just don't know how we can,
How are you recording the audio?
you through that, man.
Yeah, but through what?
Through your hair.
Yeah, but it's not being captured anywhere.
It's the capture right there, right?
No, I thought I told you need Audacity.
For this? No, because your microphone's connected to this
Yeah.
computer, so it's picking up from your.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just saying, like, this isn't recording anywhere. Or maybe.
Yeah, there. See, audio input captured from the mic.
Where's this going to?
It's to your sound card. So this is your mic. The mic is picking up from your sound card.
No, I know. I'm talking about where's the file going?
The file.
The sound
No,
file?
I'm going to import the audio on the video
Okay.
and rip it.
I gotcha.
So we're live. So, I mean.
Unless you guys want to talk about the McGregor and
Viewers
Mayweather.
maybe.
That's
Okay.
another big thing that's going
Viewers
on.
may be experiencing minor issues.
So I mean we're live. So I'm gonna share this on our page, and okay, I'm gonna share on my page. So it's shared. So this is a cool thing about being live on YouTube and Facebook. When we ever go on Facebook, if we ever go back on Facebook, which we might use eventually. Everyone, they get to see us prepping the audio. I'm gonna edit the audio myself. So
Well, in the future, for the first episode, they'll see us
yeah, I probably should just
getting
keep
stuff.
that.
In the future, they won't
Yeah,
until we're up and running. But the one cool thing about this is YouTube does let us do more analytics, and stuff. We're able to keep track of it more. We have a live chat right here on one screen. We don't have to sit there and keep track on our phones and.
Or yeah, like on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, it's
And
all
look for
it's all
comments.
just right here. Like we can even pop it out and have its own separate thing. Like have it up on the once I get that monitor up and running, which all I need is a conversion part, and then I can get the second monitor up. But yeah, the only thing that'll be sad is if we do end up doing what I suggested and.
Doesn't it usually display or doesn't YouTube usually display our image? It should display our image. I mean, I'm watching us right now. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching,
Oh, you mean like the live show?
Yeah.
It's not gonna show us. It's just gonna show. I'm not sure how.
yeah, because I was watching us last time. But anyways, if you're watching, thanks for tuning into Pop Luck Podcast. We're on YouTube, so video cast, podcast, audio cast, whatever cast it is. Anyways, we're trying like we keep telling you guys every week. We're trying New stuff. We're actually in a new location. We're in Mark's house.
Yep.
Mark's house, and he's messing around with the settings.
Yep.
And like I said earlier, we're going to review Spider-Man: Homecoming, and hopefully you didn't stop our screen, did you?
Oh, calm down, dude.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. See, live now. I'm
Okay.
trying to check
Yeah,
our.
I don't know. I've never used YouTube Live.
Yeah, I'm seeing because this is what I was talking to Ricky about. See, you can set up your new live event and you can preset
Oh yeah.
when your next things are going to be, and then people can just tune in. That's why I was like, you can make this into a show, and it'll be so much easier to set everything up in the future.
Right.
See?
So now it shows us. Guess
Yeah.
we just wanted to do take two.
Yeah, we'll do take two.
See, this is the thing about being live. If you watch live, this is what you get. If
See,
only-
that's also cool. Anyone who joins in, we can see exactly who it is
sweet.
and call them out.
Terry.
Terry.
Well, he's at CrossFit
Yeah.
right now. So take two, guys. Take two.
Cut? You didn't cut. You gotta cut.
This is the slate. The
You gotta say cut, or we don't know what's going on.
cut and action, yo,
It's way too quick, man.
yo.
It's way too quick.
So this is Pop Luck. We are on YouTube. Share it on Facebook. We are live in a new location. We're in Mark's basement. Mark
Yeah.
just got a new townhouse.
Yeah.
We're in Oak Park. The address is
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that.
why?
No.
All right. Well, anyways, we are here. We're gonna discuss Spider-Man: Homecoming. The three of us, all three of us seen it. The three of us, not both. Three. I mean, me and Mark, we both saw it together.
Yeah.
Ricky saw it by himself.
No, I took my parents.
Yeah, Ricky took his
Out
parents.
of the two of us, Ricky went to
Yes.
see it by himself.
Essentially.
I would have gone, but then I had other stuff going on. I would have joined you. But when I saw it, I took, it was me, Mark brought C. I brought my brother Caillou, Luke, and my sister Hope. So since the three of us saw it, and it's still it opened like less than a week ago, we can. So our review is pretty recent. What we're talking about today is recent, depending on when you are listening to this.
Well, Spider-Man.
About Spider-Man: Homecoming, and we are going to pretty much just talk about Spider-Man, mostly review Spider-Man: Homecoming. Probably just throw away our beginning, middle, and end format because we're just gonna jump around a lot. I'm gonna probably talk about what I like about Spider-Man, what I kind of like to nitpick about Spider-Man. Today just is a Spider-Man topic. So. Mark's messing with the settings, and he'll probably chime in whenever he's not touching his stuff.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. It's telling me what exactly is wrong with the issue, and then apparently I fixed it, and then unfixed it. So I'm not exactly sure how I pulled that off.
So we're not exactly sure what part of our.
It says it right here.
Okay.
The video resolution is not optimal, and the stream's bitrate is too high. The only thing I don't know how to do
So
is actually fix that.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
it's still better than what we have on Facebook.
it's a lot better.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
I just wanted to. I don't know. This is I'm gonna take some messing around into figuring stuff out.
Yeah, as long as
This will be some me figuring out with me. We'll do like a test and recording. But anyways, continue. I gotta get back to the main page.
Yeah. Okay. So Spider-Man.
So, what were your thoughts on Tom Holland's performance as Spider-Man? Now that we got a whole film of just him, instead of just a whole bit and pieces of Civil War.
Yeah, one thing I like I said, I liked the movie. I enjoyed the movie. Tom Holland, I did feel like he did portray Spider-Man the way many of us would have expected from someone playing Spider-Man compared to previous films.
we're not showing.
Just keep talking.
Okay. So, anyways, he's a kid. Everyone wanted him to be a kid. Because we did the previous Spider-Man film. We had kind of the Tobey Maguire.
They were more like an older Peter Parker.
Tobey Maguire was like 30 when he was filming Spider-Man. So he was 30. So he was in high school, but he was 30, which I guess he looks young.
I mean, they're a lot older than actually what their characters are. Just like the way how they were putting them in the films, though, it was more towards the end of their high school to college transition. That's where they were putting them at with the previous Spider-Mans. But with Tom Holland, he's a sophomore. So
a freshman.
A freshman, yeah.
Freshman, yeah.
Well, he's a freshman in Civil War, but he's a sophomore in Homecoming.
No, he's a freshman in Homecoming because they even
because he was talking to that senior girl.
Yeah,
right? yeah. That's right. He's a freshman.
Because remember her dad or something, and she's like, "Dad, he's a freshman."
Okay, so that's where I got screwed up.
Yeah.
So I thought Tom Holland did great. He had that kid side to him. I think that's the way kids really are today. I know usually when they write them, they kind of make them a little bit more mature. But then today, that is how high school kids are today. They, I thought he was a little bit whiny. But as a kid, you get excited when you get the news. Oh, you're gonna get a new job. You're gonna be working for this person and that person. You get excited, and he got too overexcited. He kind of became so full of himself that people hated him, and he, like I said, he brought that kid excitement that I think everyone wanted to see. That humor side of Spider-Man, which you didn't really get much from Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, he was
dorky.
He was dorky, serious.
But yeah, I think the tone he set for his movies, he was a little bit more serious than Tom Holland was. But the way how they wrote Tom Holland, though, like the way how they wrote his Peter Parker, it was definitely towards the younger generation of kids.
I mean,
it was definitely more for kids who were.
I just want to say this
school.
really quick because I'm a huge. I just think this is hilarious because I know you've shared this like 50 times. The meme of because every iteration of the reboot of Spider-Man, everyone just keeps getting younger.
Oh,
yeah. Aunt May and Spider-Man. So I love it. It just keeps going down. Where eventually it's like the 5th reboot is a toddler as Spider-Man and a teenager brat as Aunt May.
It may get there. I mean, probably won't realistically, but. Yeah, I like, and then with our Andrew Garfield, I thought he was good. The second Amazing Spider-Man wasn't really as great, but I
like that one a lot better than the first one though.
I like them all better than Tobey Maguire.
I like this. The most popular Spider-Man film is the second Spider-Man movie with Dr. Octopus. I mean, I actually really did think that was probably the better of the trilogy. With the Amazing Spider-Man, I actually did like the first one. I didn't like the second one as much as I originally did when I first saw it because of the hype, it was good. But then after you watch it a few times, you realize it wasn't that great of a movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's way off and stuff. But as a movie, for me, my personal opinion, I thought it was better than that first one. I don't know. I watched that first one, and it was released that weekend, and I was just pissed. I don't know. I was so underwhelmed by the first Amazing Spider-Man.
If you're gonna scoot in closer to me, and I know you don't like me, and you might.
I can't even tell if I'm in the camera or not.
You're like half in the camera.
No.
Yeah. So, what did you think about Tom Holland? I mean, I talked a lot about Tom Holland.
What I thought?
Yeah.
I thought he did great. I mean, he brought that. Like I've said before, he brought that whole youthfulness to Spider-Man. That's what everyone really, and you said it, that's what everyone really wanted was a youthful Spider-Man, not some, college kid Spider-Man. But, I mean, there was some factors of Tom Holland that I didn't that I didn't nitpick too much. I mean, I liked him overall, but I think he could have done better in more of the, how can I say it? It's more of the, I guess, when it came to the serious moments of Spider-Man. I understand he's immature and stuff as a kid, but I think he could have just kind of notched up a little bit and been more had a more serious demeanor to it.
Yeah, but I like the fact that it kind of felt like in the other movies, he immediately knew how to use way too much of his powers so quickly. I like on this one, it was he was panicking taking on a villain that Spider-Man relatively should be able to destroy and not even.
I mean, that's one thing I like too, like how he was learning all of his abilities. Like when he was in that storage room and he was talking to Karen, he's like,
okay,
how do I do this?
Everything with Karen is hilarious. He's just shooting different webs off to figure out what they do because he's got nothing else to do.
Now here's something that I just came to my mind that people are like we were talking about this, and everyone's saying, well, this is the Spider-Man we wanted. This is what we grew up with. This is what we wanted. But really, is it Spider-Man that people grew up with?
No, because the only thing I did not like was the fact that it's like he's being babied by Iron Man. Like everything that he was supposed to have on his own, Iron Man kind of like, here you go. That's the one thing I did not like. I mean, there's other things I didn't like too, but like the one thing about Spider-Man I did not like was that the fact that he was being like babied by Iron Man, and then like all the programming and all the weapons he had. It's something that he should have been making on his own instead of what Tony gave him.
Yeah. So the only thing that I know of Spider-Man is from the animated show that we used to watch as a kid. Not the later ones that are like in the 2000s, but in the early the 90s Spider-Man movie. I mean,
like
shows
the really bulky Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean those were good. To me, I liked the movie, but it wasn't the Spider-Man that everyone says that is their Spider-Man, because for one, his morality isn't really there because he's a child. So it's not like he already knew that he didn't know responsibility, and I felt like with the Spider-Mans I've seen, they kind of even though they're a kid, they know what's right and what's wrong. They know that he has manners in a way. This one, he's just kind of like whatever.
He does everything off the top of his head.
Yeah, everything off the top of his head.
He's supposed to, though. That's the point. He's
a
kid who pretty much just got his powers.
Yeah, I mean,
but I guess my thing is just everyone keeps saying, "Well, we want the Spider-Man that we know."
Yeah, but everyone who wants that has been ruining all these movies ever. So
I mean, everyone's opinions is different with Spider-Man. Like, everyone who grew up with Spider-Man has a different take on him. Some people like him mature, some people like him immature. I mean, I thought overall, I think Tom Holland did okay. Like, he did great, but like, it just, if we're really nitpicking, we're always gonna have different points of views of how we take on Spider-Man.
I'm just like pointing out some stuff that like I've seen and I've noticed, because before the movie came out, and when people are saying, oh, they finally get a young Spider-Man, young Peter Parker. Because Spider-Man and Peter Parker, they're the same person, but they're separate characters in a way. Because you get Batman, Bruce Wayne, Superman, Clark Kent. With this is like Peter Parker's actually only been in the comics from what I understand, for 3 years when it first coming out, and the rest of the years he was like in college and an adult. So. To me, like most of us, we weren't even around or read the times that he actually was in high school. So to me, I don't know if I'm getting lost what I'm saying, but it's just to me, is that really the Spider-Man?
The people that are saying that they can relate to Spider-Man can't really relate to Spider-Man because they didn't grow up reading that variation.
Yeah, that era. Because like
it's not just that though. I mean, like I know this is like a side. Thing on it, but no one even knows who the real Spider-Man can be, because I can't remember what it was I was reading off of it, but it was talking about how like Spider-Man's actually like more strong than like any of his villains ever know. Like I think there was like a comic series where like Dr. Octopus like somehow takes over his body.
Yeah, that's one of the new ones. That's the one that like it's debatable if it's good or bad, because a lot of people hate it, a lot of people loved it. No one liked the Superior Spider-Man, which is Dr. Octopus. The whole 25 runs issues of Dr.
Oh, you mean like wasn't that after like when they killed him off?
Yeah, that's when Peter Parker died, but then Dr. Octopus takes over as Peter Parker and makes him a rich billionaire with his own company. So the thing with Spider-Man is, from the one that I've grew up knowing, is that he's an adult. He's not in high school anymore. He has a job, well, kind of, because he's not really a full-time staff member at Daily Bugle. He's just freelancing for them. And then the movies, he went to college and stuff, and he actually had like side jobs and got fired.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like I said, after seeing other reboots now, I'm firm on Tobey Maguire being my least favorite Spider-Man. But we're trying to judge it from the movie standpoint. We can't compare it to.
Yeah, comic books is
what Spider-Man needs. Spider-Man as an adult, like we can't.
Right,
compare.
It's very different.
We have to compare it to what they're doing with Spider-Man now, which is Peter Parker, and him growing up and dealing with just getting used to his powers. Which for me, I like that. Like I don't want to see some guy who's already been Spider-Man for.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing
10 years,
I like because from Civil War he was like he only had his powers for 6 months, and then from the time from Civil War till now he's still mastering his powers. But I just, like I said before, I just wish they gave him I wish they wrote him as if he learned or he made his own webbings. I mean, I know he did, but like with all the grenade webs and all that stuff. I wish he kind of made that all on his own instead of it was all from Tony's suit. He
did before Tony gave him the suit. Like when he lifts up the lockers and grabs his old equipment. That's stuff he made.
Yeah.
Which is probably where Tony Stark got the inspiration, the idea of the web shooters. Which also that's one of the things I kind of like when I ask you guys, do you guys prefer the organic web shooters like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or do you guys prefer the traditional mechanic?
I prefer the mechanic.
Yeah,
I feel like it humanizes the hero to at least a little bit.
I mean, growing up, I kind of liked the organic when, like now as an adult and learning and reading more about Spider-Man, I prefer the mechanical.
Yeah, I'm like, you're already super fast. You have super strength, fast recovery, superior intelligence.
Organic webs just makes it overkill.
Yeah, like
for me, though I know we're talking about comic books and superheroes, and if I was to add, if you think about realistically, there is nothing realistic about it. But then, all right, a spider, like for the mechanic, but organically. It doesn't make sense because a spider technically shoots webs out of his ass.
Yeah.
So coming from the risk of it, of Tobey Maguire's arm to me doesn't make sense, and it doesn't really shoot out like that, like that. And you can't really, with the mechanic features, you kind of imagine that okay, well, he has it where it pressurizes, where it can actually shoots off as far as it needs to go, and you could swing from it. And spiders really can't swing, and
they just
plus you don't get taser webs.
Yeah,
you don't. But I'm just saying, like from like to me the traditional mechanical web shooting that we are known.
Well, I just like it more because it's too like you even see in that one fight the guy breaks his web shooter. Yeah. And then his friend saves him with the other one. But
like Mark said, it humanizes the character because like when he can't rely on his web shooters, then he's kind of screwed.
He has to figure out another way to win. Like, I gotta punch this guy, and which in some sense, Spider-Man gets annoying. Like he has insane strength, but when he's fighting some random Joe from off the street, he punches him, and the guys keep on fighting. I'm like, I feel like you could punch him hard enough to just knock him out.
Right.
But again, that goes back to Spider-Man being way too, like...
He's way too nice.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that's the thing I liked about this Spider-Man, though. Like, he's already affected by Uncle Ben's death that they don't show in this one.
They barely even reference it. They just say, after all that's happened, and you're just like, I already know.
Well, they did reference Uncle Ben a little bit, but barely. Like
they just brush it off with Aunt May's. Like, after what Aunt May's been through, then I don't want her to go through that. You see the morale, like, you see the character of Spider-Man, like, he's genuinely a nice kid. He's looking out for everyone. Yeah. That's the thing I liked. But like, it's not like they didn't. It's not like they brushed the whole. Great power comes with great responsibility. Like in your face. Like they kind of. It's there, but
like they always do all the time.
Yeah, like you guys mentioned, they didn't mention Uncle Ben, which we all knew. They didn't need to show the origin of Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man again, but they did show the origin of the Vulture or Michael Keaton's character. They technically didn't even call him the Vulture. Peter calls him the Vulture later on.
Vulture guy at the end.
Yeah, Vulture guy. Yeah. Technically, he wasn't named the Vulture. So
he was Batman the whole time to me.
Yeah,
with wings. Batman with wings.
What do you guys think about Michael Keaton as the Vulture?
I thought he was great. I liked him a lot. He brought he was so so menacing, especially at the part when they did the plot twist where they opened the door and like.
Oh, it's
him.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, in your theater, I know me and Mark, when we were seeing the theater, did you hear the reaction? Was there a reaction? In the
Oh
room?
hell yeah, there was a reaction.
I called it though, because C was like, I was like, called it 5 minutes ago.
Everyone in the whole entire room was like, like I've never heard like a reaction like I mean, now you think about it, it kind of seemed kind of like typical, but at the same time,
I have when I saw the Dragon Ball Z movie when they started rebooting the whole thing and Resurrection of FF came out and that movie started, it was a full packed theater and everyone went woo and started cheering for like 5 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, but with this reaction, this is like something.
It's something you should see coming, but then like no one expected Michael Keaton to be the father of the
because it throws you off because it's an interracial marriage and they had a mixed kid, and no one thinks about that. And
see, what I just want to know is like how his how has his wife and daughter never been like, hey, take us to your salvage company ever at any point in 8 years?
All they know is like he just goes off to work and
all the time and then just comes home with an insane amount of money.
So what do you do for work, hon?
Like when I was in the theater, my parents were sitting there and my parents were pretty shocked with the plot twist, but they didn't like overreact. Like when we were there the opening night for Thursday, we were there with a bunch of high school kids, so it was pretty loud. But like these group of guys, like they're probably like juniors or seniors in high school. They're all sitting next to us, and like what made me laugh was the kid was like, "Bruh," really loud, and like everyone was just cracking up in the theater because it wasn't like it wasn't a plot twist feeling where it was just comedy. Now everyone just like reacting and laughing and like it just. I thought it was that's what made it great for me. It was like the people when they saw Michael Keaton open the door and they were just cracking up. And like when he was taking a picture, like when the mother was taking pictures with the daughter.
Oh yeah.
Like his face, he was barely smiling.
He half smiles, and then like she takes a picture, and he goes back to like just
like he's just all creeped out by him.
Yeah, one of the first thoughts in my head was Michael Keaton opened the door, and it's like, oh shoot, he knows who he is. He's trying to ruin the night, ruin the moment, trying to kidnap the chick, and then you're like, wait a minute, he's never seen Spider-Man's face, so how could he know that?
Until his daughter slowly starts ruining it.
Yeah, which I like though. I like that part.
But I mean, it was just funny because like I ended up watching, you're like, shut up, bitch.
Like, well, no, you weren't there at the party. You left. He's like, oh come on. Like,
he's like, why? He's like, no, I was gone for like 20 seconds. She's like, you were gone for like a long ass time. He's like,
like, really? It's like, what about the monument?
She's like, yeah, you disappeared there too. He's like, shut up.
Oh, she ruined everything.
But it's funny though, like she never caught on that he was Spider-Man, but then Michael Keaton did, only because he recognized his voice.
Yeah, because he sound like that combined with your voice sounds familiar. But okay, the only thing I thought was dumb is like he has the gun in the front seat, which Peter Parker never sees.
Spider senses.
He probably hears it. But I was like, even if you pull the gun on him, he's Spider-Man. He's pretty much just gonna move out of the way.
Right, he's gonna see it coming.
Which I saw, like I said, I want to bring up like, does he or does he not have spider senses in there?
I think he does, but I don't think they
brought it on to attention because it was
because like in the Tobey Maguire ones and Andrew Garfield ones, they really concentrated on.
Yeah, like stuff would slow down and they could see stuff. So I think they wanted it to like just be like, look, you know he has it, but like
he's still learning.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the whole spider sense thing. Like I think. The only time I feel like they only really captured his spider sense moment was in Civil War when Bucky throws that metal sheet at him
and he catches it.
He's like, oh god, he dodges it and he throws it back at Bucky. Yeah, I think that's the only time they really captured his spider sense moment.
Yeah, to me, I love like at the very beginning when it's like him shooting video on his cell phone of Civil War.
I don't know. I was like kind of because like when Ant-Man grows and he's like holy shit, like I was expecting that to be in his camera. He's like, oh no, little guy's big, now I gotta go. He just takes off.
But he left his phone there, so it's like, how does he have his phone back?
I don't know.
He grabs it.
He web shoots it. I need to record this moment. And I think it's like he was recording like this, but then like somehow the video showed like it was widescreen, right?
Yeah.
No, wait, no. He was recording this, but then the video showed it like because
vertical screen. Yeah.
You can change it.
No, well,
you can turn off auto rotate.
Yeah.
And then it stays at vertical no matter what way you turn it.
Okay.
No, but I love the beginning though. Like he's like, oh, there's Captain America, there's Iron Man. Oh, who's that new guy right there? It's fucking Black Panther. Right
Yeah, he's like, oh, there's, I got back.
Which also brings. Oh, go ahead.
And they say like, like him and his friend, like, do you know that guy? Yeah, stole a shield.
Which is good. I like, one thing I like about these Marvel movies, they're a sequel with each other, but then they're their own movie. Like they are in continuity with the other Marvel films, because you could hear the gym teacher clearly saying, I'm pretty sure he is a war criminal now. So it's like,
but I have to show this to you.
Yeah, when he was making fun of Captain America.
Yeah, he's like, but I have to show this.
Yeah, everything's in continuity, but then it's like at the same time. Like,
but that's what I like. That's what I like about what the whole MCU is doing right now. Because like every Marvel film you watch, besides catching Easter eggs in there, like it's like watching one big movie.
Yeah,
that's what makes it so great.
Yeah, there is one continuity issue though that I kind of like was thinking, because like weren't they already moved to the new Avengers headquarters?
No, they had just opened. They had just finished building it.
Yeah, they moved it, but they didn't finish.
They had just all they had done is built it and started doing some stuff out of there. But
because
I don't think there was ever a mention of.
Yeah, because in Ant-Man was there before, like when they were just starting it, and
Falcon, he was fighting.
He fought Falcon
there, and then
yeah.
At the end of Winter Soldier, wasn't it?
Oh no, Avengers.
Oh no, yeah, Age of Ultron. They were there at the headquarters, so he wasn't. Captain America wasn't a war.
Yeah, but it was up and running. But like, if you remember, all they were doing is moving the final stuff.
Yeah,
the junk
out of the tower.
They were finishing whatever that was in Tony's tower and moving it there. But then that's when Vulture was trying to intercept whatever items that they had.
And it was like a lot of shit.
Yeah. I like that too. Like you see like when they pull out the Ultron head.
Yeah.
And then like the old Iron Man helmets and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like all his old suits. And then the Hulkbuster armors.
Yeah.
They just mentioned everything. He has Thor's magic belts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know how.
Why did Thor take off his belt and then leave it?
Yeah.
That one seemed odd.
What do you guys think about Tony being in charge of, not Tony, the Happy being in charge of?
I mean, it makes sense because Iron Man's the one who brings him in to the whole thing in the first place. So it's.
I think like with Happy, it's just more like a babysitting gig. It's like he's a young hero.
Iron Man's too busy to. He's like, you know what?
He doesn't have time to watch Peter, so he's having Happy do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that too. I'm glad they involved Iron Man's other characters in there too. Like because after Iron Man 3, you don't even see Pepper or Happy anymore.
Yeah.
So they're back.
Yeah, and then like, it's a good thing. Well, I wasn't expecting Pepper to be back. I thought Gwyneth Paltrow just like.
I thought she quit.
Yeah, I thought she quit.
That's why they tried hiding the fact that she quit or something.
And then they brought her back.
It must have been like, they were like, look, it's a shit ton of money and you only have to say like
a few lines.
5 lines at the end of the movie.
And I think she realized that she fucked up, so like she went back with the MC. I think that's what happened.
She changed her hair.
Yeah. And they brought her back. So like, I mean, do I like her character? Not so much.
She's done though.
Yeah.
But there's no reason for her to show up in anything else anymore.
Yeah.
She has no business being in Infinity Wars because they
have way too many characters.
I just want to see Spider-Man's new
that new
outfit.
Suit. Yeah. I thought that new suit was sick.
Like they're going to be in Infinity Wars Part 1 or Part 2.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Nate. No, what's his name? Nate? Not Nate. Is it Nate?
Nate? His friend?
Yeah.
Nate.
The fat kid?
Yeah, so what do you think about him?
I thought he was great. Like,
he's in the comics, right?
No, he was in the Ultimate series.
From what
he's in the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Is he Miles Morales' friend?
No, he was. I think. I don't know too much about him. I know he was in the cartoons. That's the only reason I recognize his character. And then same thing with Zendaya. I thought Zendaya was supposed to be the black girl.
I think it was cool just seeing them as two like just huge nerdy guys. Yeah. Like I love how he keeps blowing his cover in the most dumbass ways. Like his friend comes over to build the Death Star. And he's like climbing on the ceiling, like super intricate, super slow mo, not making a sound.
He doesn't see his
and his friend's on the bed the whole time.
Spider-Sense doesn't go off because it's causing no danger.
Yeah, his friend's just sitting there. Especially Aunt May, like at the end, like that was a different touch because in no other movie,
she doesn't know.
In not Andrew Garfield, but in Tobey Maguire's, she pretty much knows, but she's not gonna say she knows.
Right.
because it was pretty much his mom in a way. And
Yeah.
moms know everything.
But I thought it was a nice touch. Like, he's at the end of the movie, like, it's the same thing. Like,
he's got his suit again.
He's got his suit back, and he's like, yeah, what the?
I thought that was good. That ending was really good.
See, if they're smart, they'll play on that humor, and like when the new movie comes out, like, which is probably going to be just the Sinister Six plot.
She's gonna like.
It won't be called. Yeah, like it's gonna be him at home grounded.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna quickly go into Sinister. I think they're gonna slowly go into like a few more movies into Sinister.
They're already queuing up Sinister Six though.
Yeah, like they're probably like in the process of like maybe the second one. It's
I don't know. I think Marvel's so desperate just to do it now.
And then what happened to the last one? I mean, it's just
They were building
scrapped
it.
it.
Yeah, they were
Because
building
they were gonna do it with it was
Andrew Garfield.
It was supposed to be with Andrew Garfield, and then when they decided they wanted to reboot it, they scrapped it.
Yeah. Honestly, though, with Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's the part I liked the most, though. Like when he was in Oscorp and you saw all the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty sick. I like that part.
I think you should show at least one more movie of at least
Another villain.
Another villain, and to lead up to the Sinister Six.
I hope they. See, like,
I don't think they will though, because of that prison scene where that one guy who I don't know if he's supposed to be some villain that I don't know about.
He's supposed to be Scorpion.
Is that who he's supposed to be?
I think they're heading towards Scorpion because then you see that tattoo, Scorpion
Yeah.
tattoo, and his eye.
Okay. I didn't catch on to that.
They pretty much have 3 of the Sinister Six.
Yeah,
revealed
Shocker.
So far. Shocker. But he was just a jabroni. He was just like thug. He wasn't really like a major threat. All he had was that thing.
That one power arm.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like more.
Like
villain,
it wasn't threatening to me. Like to me, it's like
he's just a thug.
he's just there, like a sidekick, like a cheap jobber. If it's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, but they reviewed Shocker, Vulture, and then what you said, the Scorpion. I didn't catch on the Scorpion.
Because who's the rest of Sinister Six? The Rhino guy?
Rhino, and then Dr. Octopus,
Dr. Octopus, yeah.
and then Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the only thing I don't know if they've been trying to stay away from a lot of the big villains they used in the past. So Rhino, they can easily just throw back in because he was only in the end clip of
with that nasty
Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah,
they could probably like. Do
but like, how do you reintroduce Dr. Octopus without making him a solo? Because you can't do what they did with
Amazing
Spider-Man 2 and have it be like a solo film to introduce this villain, because
it'd be the same thing.
It's the same thing. So like, do you just have it be like something where Spider-Man's like watching the TV, and like if you're gonna do what Andrew said in slow build. Yeah. So the second movie introduces maybe the Rhino guy and maybe fully introduces Scorpion. Like, is it gonna be some simple thing where they literally just he's at home watching TV and it's famed doctor whatever.
I think they'll already hint at him.
Like, experiment malfunctions with famed doctor. Like, it's just gonna like scroll through, and then like, I don't know how you reintroduce.
I know. Like, well, I think they could reintroduce Dr. Octopus and where he rounds up Sinister Six.
Maybe
because he is the leader of them.
Maybe that can be like the third.
Yeah,
third film.
That's how I can see it.
I can see that, but they can also redo what they did with.
So the other thing too is like, by the time his second movie comes out, Infinity Wars will be done. Like part 1, part 2, done.
Is it that far out?
They haven't even given a date. And Infinity Wars 2 already has it, unless they rush it. Because my thing is like, all the Avengers have already said after Infinity Wars Part 2 is done, they're all done.
Yeah, the main
other than Black Panther and
Doctor Strange.
The rest of them are done.
I guess they'll go on with that and then. Just
but no, they said they're done. Like,
their contracts are over.
Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. have already said after Infinity Wars Part 2 we're done. That no more. We're not portraying the characters in any capacity.
Right.
So unless they come to some agreement where Tony saves Spider-Man, because it's going to happen. Like, there's no way that there's no way that they can have him struggle against the Vulture, and even with let's say by the time the third movie comes out, maybe he's a senior in high school, so they do like now he's almost getting ready to go to college and all that kind of stuff. Like, maybe that could be a great way to introduce Dr. Octopus, like as a doctor, when he's still like not super evil, like but I'm just saying like. There's no way that he can struggle against the Vulture and 3 years later take on the entire Sinister Six. Like,
yes, that's too soon.
He would have to have backup, and the question is, who's his backup?
Miles Morales.
No, yeah, I mean they did kind of.
Yeah, they hinted at
it with Donald
Glover.
Daniel, whatever that guy.
So I don't know a lot about the comics, because I don't know who Miles.
Miles is the Black Spider-Man, the one that becomes.
He's the one that defeats Captain America in the Division of Civil War II.
He doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, he takes the mantle of Spider-Man while Peter is dead, and so yeah, he has a different outfit.
But like he's a pretty big read though in the comics right now.
Yeah, he's pretty popular. He's actually more of the more popular mantle changers.
Yeah,
and
he's one of the more acceptable ones. Unlike fucking Lady Thor and shit, or Ironheart,
or the awesome Hulk, or was it?
Totally Awesome Hulk, the Korean Hulk. Yeah.
He's a more acceptable one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I didn't really catch on to it, and then I read an article there like, that was his origin. Like her uncle is one of those like thugs, and he gets involved in it.
Yeah, so it's like that's another question. Is Peter and Miles the same age?
No, I don't think
Miles
so.
is way older.
No, Miles is way younger.
He's younger.
He's way younger.
Not in the movie.
No, that was Donald Glover. Like that's supposed to be his uncle.
Oh.
Yeah, his uncle is the one who's like one of those low city thugs, and then he gets involved into something, and then Miles like is in the middle of everything, and then Peter helps him. So that's supposed to be some sort of.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh yeah. My nephew lives in this city.
Yeah,
He's
like, I don't want my nephew seeing all these weapons and stuff like. But that's like a lead up to where Miles does end up seeing all that stuff anyway.
So wait, how does Miles get powers?
By the same spider, I think, right?
Something like that. I don't know.
How does no one quarantine this spider?
I know Miles' character and like where he's at right now, but like to talk about his whole origin and talk about him, I can't say I do because I don't really know him too well. I don't know him too well.
I'm just saying, like, if it's the same spider, like, how has no one at any point been like, well, maybe we should look into these spiders because there's way too many guys that have spider powers.
Well, Peter did mention that spider's probably dead. So
the spider that bit Peter is dead. That's what he said in the movie.
And I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I missed that. He was telling that to Nate.
He's like, oh, it died.
And he kept asking him the questions like, so, like, can you grow spiders or hatch spiders and stuff?
Oh yeah, can you talk to spiders?
Yeah. Like, but anyway, I kind of like that too. That's like a little bit of an Ant-Man thing, because Ant-Man can talk to ants and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Which that's an actual thing. I don't think he actually can.
Yeah. Okay, going back to if we like Nate, which I did.
I don't know his real name, but like he portrayed that character very well. Like he matched that typical nerdy kid who like works at, like just messes everything up for you.
Yeah.
He's like the typical kid. But I love the scene though when they were at homecoming and then the teacher's like, "What are you doing?" Everybody's like, "I'm watching porn."
Porn?
Because like what's funny was I was expecting something like that. I'm like, he's gonna say porn, and he said.
I guess I see what else to do. He's like,
I kind of want to I wonder, because this is a comic book movie. Does comic books exist in the Marvel universe? Because he's a nerd, right? Him and Peter are nerds, and they watch Star Wars and everything.
Yeah, because X-Men.
But X-Men is a different movie, like different universe.
Yeah, but it's still Marvel.
Yeah, but then not in this kind of.
Yeah, but your sentence was, do comics exist in the Marvel universe? And with X-Men, they do.
Okay, X-Men they do, but then I'm talking about like with here because you assume that
I'm pretty sure like they in a comic book movie they probably wrote comic books about the comic book hero. Kind of like Kick-Ass.
Because they even bring it up, like I would assume so, because in the first Avengers, Phil Coulson has Captain America trading cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I brought that up was because I would assume that Nate would have known like the superhero like etiquette of not revealing who you are and your morality, and he's just kind of.
I was like, I'm gonna tell.
Well, the thing is,
no, you can't tell anybody.
It's his best friend though. That's the spider guy.
What does he say to him? Like, I'll try to keep your secret as long as I can. Always remember that, or something like.
But like he's gonna still say it. Anyway.
Like he's like I'm clearly gonna tell your secret, but always remember that I attempted not to tell your secret.
Which is funny. He was kind of really pushy about wanting to be cool, and he kind of like it's like I don't. But it's good that he doesn't like when Peter disappears, he doesn't.
He still covers for Peter.
He still covers Peter. He doesn't. He's not upset with him. He's like, Oh, you actually where the hell were you? Oh, you had to go and fight this giant bird-looking thing. Okay, I guess it's fine. I'm not mad at you, but
yeah. I'm sorry, but to me, out of all the movies, Flash was the lamest bully.
Okay,
don't get me started on Flash. Dude. Oh my god.
I kind of want to defend that. It was weird, but then today it's 2017. I don't know about you're a little bit older than us, but for me, and I don't know about Ricky, bullies aren't jocks anymore. So, and Flash is originally like this. Is
I know, but Flash is supposed to be someone who is physically intimidating the Peter before he has his powers, not mentally.
No, even when he has powers, because Peter can't do anything about it.
Yeah, like.
So he's forced to
he's
just
a jerk, but do you guys hear?
Like, how are you supposed to fucking mentally bully Peter Parker and he's a smart kid?
I guess I just can't believe it. And for the record, I'm 2 years older than you, so it has nothing to do with it.
I don't know how.
We went to high school the same fucking time.
I don't know.
Same era.
I don't know. Were jocks really as jerky as they were in your era?
We're the same era.
I don't think Mark grew up where jocks were like
your area of school. Wherever you went to
Mark
school.
wasn't a Breakfast Club high school kid.
No one was. Well, most of the boys in our school were either the popular pick or jocks, but no one messed with me. It's a different story why no one messed with me, but bullies were still the same thing as they always are, which statistically is
someone bigger than you.
Someone bigger than you.
Yeah.
Because me, it wouldn't even hesitate. If I was I could be nerdy as Peter Parker. My only friend could have been, Nate or whatever. And if some guy just sits there and tries to call me names, I'm just gonna shove him into the locker and be like, "So are we either gonna go or are you gonna shut the fuck up?"
No, that's the thing too. Because he wasn't big into me.
He was smaller than Peter Parker
by a lot.
But still, Peter can still kick his ass regardless of
even without powers.
Yeah, but
he can kick his ass without powers.
Imagine without the powers. Okay. Imagine without the powers.
I just said that. He could have kicked his ass without powers.
The spider gave him the strength.
No, it doesn't matter. Flash is in this movie, Flash is a little puny pissant.
I was so pissed off with this casting choice. MCU, Disney, Marvel, that was Marvel
Studios. How the hell is
that's the worst casting choice ever.
How the hell is that guy even popular in school? He offers nothing.
Apparently he is an AP student like Peter Parker. He's a DJ. He drives a nice car. I'm like,
well, it's his dad's car.
Yeah, his dad's car.
But he's a second tier AP student. He's on the AP team, but he gets every question wrong.
I think it's because he is the class clown, which is what makes him popular. Because me going to school, if you're like that, you're somehow popular.
I don't know. It just it doesn't even matter. It's just the fact that they casted this kid as Flash Thompson. Come on, dude. When you think of Flash Thompson, you think of that guy from the first Spider-Man, the one who beat up the new Deathstroke. That's who you think of. That big dude.
Mono Bennett?
Yeah. Not Mono Bennett, the guy who looks like him. He's from the first Spider-Man. When he was trying
the guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
And How Much Mother?
Yeah. That really big muscular. Yeah. That's who you think
John
of.
Manganiello.
Yeah. Someone physically intimidating like him is okay, that's Flash Thompson.
Yeah, but we don't have bully like that no more.
I know, but come on,
if
I was, Peter Parker doesn't get cyberbullied in high school.
How the fuck you do that?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. How can you intimidate someone like Peter Parker if you're that?
Even that being said, cyberbullying is freaking bullshit anyway. It's oh no, this guy's bullying me. Wait, here we go. Wait.
Because I read in a...
Wait, hold on. Oh, block? Oh, okay, it's over. Oh, the cyberbullying's over.
Do you guys think he allowed him to pick on Peter because Peter knows that he can actually take him on?
I think the only reason Peter is putting up with this bullshit is because he knows, he's the better person. That's why he's...
I think it's because he's I gotta go fight villains, not deal with your bullshit.
Because he's already Spider-Man, so he's like, you know what, screw it, I don't really care.
Also, a way to send your girlfriend's dad to jail.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But still, just I read, because before, when they casted him, a lot of people were upset already that he was Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
I read in an article when the casting director, they said they wanted someone who can mentally compete with Peter and someone who can, I guess, intimidate Peter in a way where it's not physical anymore. I'm like, well, that's bullshit because if
no, it's just Disney trying to be real bullying doesn't exist. We don't want to promote real bullying. Shut the fuck up, Disney.
Yeah, it's just okay, well, you're gonna bully me with your freaking words? Come on, the question is Peter Parker that much of a snowflake now? Is okay, well, he's gonna get hurt because he said penis Parker?
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, okay. And?
Yeah,
I don't know.
like,
Just
continue.
You get offended with talking about your penis?
Yeah, it just like...
I'd be like, that's it? Like, that's it? Like, that's all you're gonna say?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
You have
Like,
nothing else?
Because if Peter Parker gets mentally and emotionally bullied by this kid, then why is he a fucking hero? He gets beat up by villains on the daily, or at least they try to.
Who say way worse things than Peter Parker? Like, I'm gonna murder you and your entire family.
Yeah, like, okay, what? Like, is Flash Thompson's gonna make him cry? Like, that's
yeah.
the point I was
especially
making.
after Infinity War, because we all know it's gonna happen. Where like Ultron's gonna like straight up like fucking curb stomp Peter Parker into the ground,
Or Thanos.
and then Thanos is gonna like curb stomp his ass into the ground, and then what? He's gonna go to school a week later and be intimidated by a guy calling him Peter Parker. Freaking Thanos just bitch slapped you across the universe.
Like, I don't know. I thought it was a horrible casting choice. I mean, if anything, they should not have put Flash Thompson in there at all. Because if they don't want to promote real bullying, then don't cast him. Don't put him in there. They could have just made it to where Peter Parker is already in high school. He has his powers. Concentrate on that.
You think he's gonna?
Also, I miss the Infinity Stones being revealed.
I know.
I know it's a small
It's
thing.
the same thing with Guardians too, because like they didn't touch upon it at all. I'm like,
I just miss it, like because they're all revealed now, or
except for one, the time, the Soul Stone,
which is going to be revealed, I think, in
Thor.
Ragnarok.
I think in Thor.
Since we're still on Flash, you guys think he is going to become Venom?
Hell no.
Flash Thompson?
Like eventually he becomes in the comics. Eventually he takes on the mantle of Venom.
Not this Flash.
Not that little bitch.
No, anyway.
Venom's gonna be like, oh fuck no.
they've
You're
already...
smaller than Spider-Man. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Doesn't
He's like
Venom
Venom's clones and shit or something, right?
But the Venom thing, doesn't it feed off of hatred towards Spider-Man, which is Peter Parker, and Flash?
But Flash Thompson doesn't hate Spider-Man. He
He
doesn't even hate Peter Parker.
He's jealous of him. Though. He has a lot of jealousy on him.
But it spawns off hatred, not jealousy. And there's not really anything to be jealous of anymore.
I guess.
The girl is moving to a different state because you sent her dad to jail. He did total his dad's car.
Yeah, Venom's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hear you beat your ass because you told my dad's car.
Yeah, I
don't know. I don't think they should go that route. I mean, they've already casted Venom as Tom Hardy, but then that's not with MCU. That's a whole different thing.
Supposedly.
I think they did want to do that, but I think who's that girl that's running the?
I don't know.
MC.
She kept saying,
yeah, but
if they're gonna do Venom, it's just gonna be something where like, you know, you see Venom being created, and then it's just gonna find some.
It's a space. I think it's a what's the word?
It's a symbiote.
Symbiote. Yeah. It's not really created. It's just from outer space.
Okay, except that they're probably gonna have to just create it because they're probably not gonna go. It's Marvel. They're gonna
like,
tweak stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna like it fell from the sky and
or at the very least, it's gonna be something where, you know, like after Ultron, because you know he's gonna bring an army and there's gonna be aliens and shit. You know, they could be like, you know, you could see something like storage from Thanos battle, and like Venom's gonna be in
like
it.
a symbiote,
or Thor Hulk brings it down with them, or
like accidentally. It's just gonna go. To, like, it's just gonna go to some guy who oddly is affected by Spider-Man in some other way. Like, okay, like honestly, they'd probably do something just cheap like this, just introduce him. Like, the Vulture's main weapon supplier now gets like, you know, like his family gets murdered or something because he was doing, you know, deals with like the mob or some shit, and then when Vulture, you know, got caught, they lost their main revenue stream, blah blah blah.
That fat guy. That was
yeah, dude gets his family dude gets his family killed, blah blah blah, and like the dude's gonna hate Spider-Man. The Venom thing's just gonna like go to that. It's honestly how they're probably gonna do it.
What do you guys think of Zendaya? Do you think she's really MJ?
Yeah, which is where I'm going to like, because we're talking about casting in.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice tease.
They didn't confirm that she's MJ, right?
She just said
her
that
nickname is MJ.
Her nickname is MJ. But then, you know,
because she was like, my friends call me MJ.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that
she's really MJ.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that.
Just like,
tease.
Because like I left the theater pissed when I heard that. She's like, my friends call me MJ. Like, no, like Zendaya. Look, okay, when they casted Zendaya, and I'm not a big fan of her. I think she's a horrible actress. She's only in there because she's one of them pretty girls that stand up for fucking PC shit. That's the only reason why
she doesn't even look I mean, her character isn't even your.
Yeah, you know why she looked like that though, right? Because she was going through that what you call it? Like that whole inner beauty shit, like where you don't like Alicia Keys, where you don't wear makeup because not wearing makeup shows that you're beautiful no matter what. That's the kind of thing she was standing for during when they were filming it.
But then it's okay. If I get hired for a job, I'm gonna do what they. If it's for a movie, I'm gonna do what they want. It's their vision.
I know, but see that's why
the Marvel Universe, they could very easily be like you said, like since they didn't confirm that it's her, they can very easily just have her killed off and replaced with the real MJ.
I hope they do, man. Because I can't. Marvel Studios, I can't stand Zendaya. I thought that was a bad casting choice. She can't act for shit. She's the only funny thing she did was stick the middle finger up at Peter Parker when he walked in Homecoming. That's the only thing that made me laugh. That's the only thing that made me laugh. But she just flipped them off. I'm like, okay, well then what else? Like she offers nothing to the table.
Yeah, I mean, kudos for her though, in the sense that you started off on some Disney show, like one season show of bullshit, and then you managed to freaking turn it into an actual career star,
like model, because that's only because she hangs out with fucking I hate to say that I know this, but she hangs out with Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift. That's the only reason she's in that clique. Yeah, because that's the only reason why she's anywhere right now.
Yeah,
like if she wasn't hanging out with them.
But see, knowing the way Marvel and Disney are right now, she could be the real MJ just because they can be like, hey, normal MJ is white, we're gonna make her black.
They're gonna be pulling the Flash shit. Like, okay, well, if Barry Allen's Iris West can be black and our MJ can be black, I'm like, please do not. My mom was debating me about this. She's like, well, what was wrong with that then? Because I was like, because the only reason Iris is able to be a black girl is because you can play easy with that with the Wally West, with the 52 Wally West, because he's an actual black character. You can play with that. Like, okay, you can kind of tweak a little bit, like their siblings and whatnot. Yeah. But then with MJ, you cannot do that. Like MJ is always MJ. She's the typical redhead girl that's hot.
I heard Stan Lee actually want her to have her
hair. I'm sorry.
They're only saying that because they
I'm sorry, but for the record,
about everything.
Again, Tobey Maguire hate. What's her name? The actress
Kirsten Dunst
is not hot.
No, she's not.
No. Mary Jane is actually a jerk to Peter Parker.
I know.
She's like the worst love interest ever.
Like,
maybe that's where they're going.
But still, like, I mean, I know that there's probably not like a lot of actresses that they can find to play a good MJ. Because the most recent MJ that they were trying to cast was Shailene Woodley, and I mean, I love her, but she is not MJ material.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the girl from Divergent.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, the girl who gets pregnant in that teenage show. No. The Secret Life.
Oh, her?
Yeah, her. They were gonna cast her as.
I'm sorry, I don't have a vagina.
Yeah, she's old. Yeah, but anyways,
Fallen Stars.
Anyways, if they could, I wish they could cast Emma Stone, Emma Stone again, because she could play both. She could play both Gwen and MJ. I know, but she's old too. I'm just like, you can't.
Yeah, there's not
people, bro.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Oddly enough, though, actually, that Disney show what's her name? Zendaya was on. Her co-star on the show is a hot redhead.
She could play MJ too.
Is actually a hot redhead.
That'll work.
But back to Zendaya, like I could not stand her. I thought she was a horrible. Like on my post I saw on Facebook.
I'm trying to look it up. I can't remember that actress.
She was just like that chick off of Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
The one that was just everywhere. It's like they're copying off the Scott Pilgrim. She's everywhere.
They're just using her for her publicity. She works to draw in the movie.
Why is she on that team? Why? And they found an excuse on why she wouldn't be in attention.
Who?
Like, Zendaya.
Oh yeah. Okay, but first of all, no high school is gonna be like, you don't have attention to. I know.
Why are you...
Get the fuck out of here! You can't stay here. Like no high school would allow that.
Now I would get in trouble if I did that, and for punishment, they would tell me to get out.
Yeah. Because
I want to be there. But
yeah, well, no. Then they would be like, "What's going on at home? Why don't you want to go home? Do we have to call social services?"
Right. It's gonna be a realistic thing. I don't know. I just like.
I thought it was funny.
I don't know. That was my two major complaints was the casting choices of Flash and having Zendaya being impossible MJ. Not because she's black, it's because she can't act for shit. She's only in there because, again, Marvel is pulling this PC shit with the same thing they're doing with their comic books, and it's going to be a huge downfall to what they're doing. They need to stop doing that and just stick to the original script. People can stop being butthurt about everything because it's so stupid. Like, who cares? I know they're going to say the same thing about us. Like, why are you ranting about Zendaya? But still, she can't act for shit. Like, she's a horrible actress.
How do you spell her name?
I don't know. It's a Z. Z-E-N-D, something like that. I'm not even sure if I'm saying her name right, because some people say Zendaya. So I don't know.
Why don't you just type in Michelle, Spider-Man, Cass?
What? Who's Michelle?
That's her name. But then, like, they were teasing it. Like, they're like, okay, well, Mary could be short for Michelle. Like, no.
I need to find out. I'm trying to find out what Disney show she was on.
Oh, I think Lemonade Mouth? Lemonade
That's
something?
a movie.
Oh.
No, it was some dance show.
Ant Farm? I'm not sure it's Ant Farm.
No.
I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't watch Disney,
I don't
bro.
know.
So I don't really...
I know of course, I know she was on.
Because I already spelled it wrong. Continue talking.
Okay.
Jesus, you guys are terrible.
You're like so concentrated on what Mark's doing.
Well, our time is running a little bit
Okay,
long.
well...
So you guys actually want to talk about the movie?
What movie?
Instead of...
Her movie? Hell no.
No, Spider-Man instead of, like, people?
Oh, no, okay, well, Marissa Tomei. I thought she was... she's a hot-ass anime, dude. Like, if I was Peter Parker's friend, I would be hitting on her every chance I got when I get to Peter's house. I'd be like, hey, Aunt May, what's up? Let me get some Thai food. Like, oh my god, I'll be hitting on her so much.
Oh, see, yeah, that's speaking of Thai food. I was laughing when they're like...
Oh, yeah, they're eating larb?
Like,
I'm like, we have that at home. We know what that shit is.
I was like, larb? You mean la? For those of you... Okay, me and Ricky, we're Hmong. Mark is kind of...
No, Mark is not kind of. Mark is Hmong.
So it's like, when they're eating... when they're in the restaurant, they're eating what you guys would call lard, but...
Yeah.
It's la.
The English term is lard, but how we call it is called la. But then, man, dude, like, white people gonna be eating that shit like crazy.
I'm so happy.
White people are gonna be eating white people la, not actual la.
Not like how we make it at home.
I had a Laotian like shrimp la before. It was the most amazing thing I've ever had.
No, the way how we make it is not really like legit though. Like you gotta have the Vietnamese or the Laotian, or even the Thai.
Oh yeah,
like theirs is so much better.
It's great with rice, sticky rice.
Yeah,
you gotta have a sticky rice.
Her.
Oh yeah, Bella Thorne.
Oh, Bella Thorne.
Yeah,
Bella Thorne.
She
Mary Jane.
Yeah, she could. But like she's doing like all these adult style, not like porn, but like matured.
You're very close to
matured type shows and movies. So I don't know if they'll ever cast it.
But still, like
they could have gone her as MJ.
You know, when I heard the word larb, I think of some kind of alien food.
I thought it was funny. Like, when I hear larb, I think of like like the pork fat. That's what I think of.
Oh yeah,
that's what I think of.
Belly pork or whatever.
Yeah, like pork belly, the fat.
Larb just sounds kind of disgusting. If you tell me larb, I'm like, that sounds.
But I thought it was funny though. Like, I was like, dude, when they were saying larb in Homecoming, I'm like, yes.
I mean, I knew what it was right away.
Exposure for Asian food, like yes. Like now people can like start. Like it's gonna be like sriracha sauce now. It's gonna be like we've had it for years. Now it's gonna be like, oh my god, larb is like the best thing ever. Like, okay, well y'all been missing out for a long time.
They're trying to do it with Fudd, but Fudd's kind of catching up, but not.
No, Fudd was on the scene for a while, and then it slowed down.
Not like as big.
Because everyone knows what it is.
I still like Pho way better than La.
Oh hell yeah!
That's like if you're Asian, you don't like Pho.
You are not Pho, but I want to go to Pho Thai because Pho Thai 1 is the best Pho around.
No, I think Pho Quay Hong.
No, shut up.
No, have you gone to Pho Quay Hong?
Shut up. No, I've gone everyone fucking else though, and Pho Thai is always on the best.
Okay, we're going to Pho Quay Hong. Because it's like
Pho Thai has some of the best Vietnamese iced coffee around.
Oh yeah.
And they make like the pork with egg on it. Yeah. Oh my god, it's the juiciest pork.
So does Pho Quay Hong. I need to take this guy to Pho Quay Hong.
I'm telling you.
Take me too. I don't think I've been there.
I'm still gonna think Pho Thai's better.
Huh?
I guarantee you, I'll still think Pho Thai's better.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Have Mark bring a
thing from Pho Thai
and compare it to at that place. I eat both bowls of pho, see which one's better.
I don't know. And everyone's just like, what the fuck?
But you know, it's funny though. Like with Aunt May in there, it's like they were playing off the joke that because everyone knows that she's hot. You know, like Iron Man's like, "Hey, Aunt May, I want to see you in that skimpy lingerie outfit." I was like, dude, like they're playing off the jokes. But I'm glad that they didn't
They underplayed it. They made a couple jokes,
or not just that, but they didn't like overexpose her in the movie. You know, like where
she wasn't as much.
Yeah, where it was so heavy on Aunt May, where like there's all the sexual jokes about Aunt May. Like it's just enough of Aunt May to where you kind of just like, damn, she's hot, and they just kind of throw her off.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with Iron Man that I like too, because like in Homecoming, I'm glad they did not overshadow Spider-Man with Iron Man.
Yeah, we all thought that Tony Stark was it was going to be Iron Man 4. I'm like, yeah. I don't know. It's just maybe it's just the way they cut the trailer, but then
that last cut the trailer wasn't even in the movie where
they fly. That wasn't there. I think they just teased it. And, like he's barely in the movie. He's only 3 scenes.
Yeah.
Happy was in it more than he was.
Yeah, he was. They're trying to show that love-hate relationship between, more of the hate relationship between Happy and Peter.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that, I mean, I'm not all for the whole Iron Man mentoring Peter, but I do like the fact that they did have him, like, especially at the end where Iron Man's, like, introducing him into the Avengers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I do like that part, though. It's a good way to show, like, the next generation movies of the next Marvel heroes, like,
he could have been roommates with Vision.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's another thing. Like, you're Spider-Man. You're gonna be, but then you're a kid in high school. Is your aunt gonna give consent to?
She wouldn't have to.
She's about to get that money from Iron Man.
Yeah.
Didn't even ask.
She's gonna room in with Ant. Tony's gonna room in with Ant.
Tony didn't even ask Peter if he wants to like move in. He's like, your room's over there. Like, wait, you're not gonna ask me if I want to stay or not, or?
He's saying, look, you're an Avenger. We're gonna pull strings, get you out of school, get you excused.
I like that too, though, because like where he was actually serious about having him be an Avenger, and then Peter Parker just backs out.
It's like
he's like, no. He goes, this is a test, right?
It's really,
none of it's real. And then Pepper comes out, and there's like a whole room full of reporters,
but he didn't know that. He walked away before that.
Yeah,
But I like that too, though. It kind of grounds Spider-Man to where he's not. Really an Avenger.
Because it sets it up better to where like Infinity Wars is gonna happen. He's gonna see it all happening and be like, all right, well they got it, and then like something's gonna happen where he's gonna like see the whole team get destroyed, and then like realize he has to help.
Well, yeah, he's going to have to be on their team, and they're gonna have to bring back that suit that Tony made.
Yeah,
because I mean, you can't just show that and then not ever use it. They'll probably use it in 2-3 movies from now. Because they usually show this mechanical spider suit.
It'll be used in like Infinity Wars Part 2. Like it'll be one of those things where the whole team is like, on their last legs, and everyone's like, either dead or like.
I hope they do show that. Like,
beating the shit beaten out of them, and like, as a kid, he's gonna like run away or something. Like he's gonna like get his ass kicked. He's gonna like freak out and run away. You're going to think he's running away, and then it turns out he goes back to the Avengers Tower and finds his suit, finds the new suit, puts it on. Like, his old suit will get destroyed in a fight, and you're going to think he's running away, but he's just actually going to get the other suit.
I'm pretty sure we can say this, though, that there is going to be a lot of death in Infinity War.
I hope so, man. I hope, like, Disney doesn't water this shit down.
Okay.
I want to see Cap... like, have his shield broken, and when that happens, you can see his arm fucking breaks or something. Like, I want to see some brutal shit happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's Thanos.
Yeah.
And he's going to have, at one point in the movies, all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, and he's going to wreck everyone.
And Squirrel Girl comes and...
defeats him. Oh my god, that'd be pissed.
That is how... I mean, she did beat Thanos.
Yeah, she beats him.
Squirrel Girl is supposedly the strongest Marvel character in the Marvel Universe. And you know what she does?
Doesn't she just talk to squirrels?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's her power.
Like,
she's like super strong.
From what I was told is they went off panel trying to figure out how to defeat Thanos, and they turn around and Thanos is defeated by Squirrel Girl.
Nah.
See, this is why I wish like Fox would just kind of like give the rights back. We can use Deadpool. And that'd be so great if Deadpool was in Infinity War.
Ryan Reynolds shows up.
Like I say, there's 30 Avengers, and if not one of them dies, it's I'm gonna go bullshit on
Dude,
the
I'll be
whole entire
pissed.
MCU.
You got
Okay, well, you know certain ones can't die. Black Panther, Ant-Man,
any of the Chris's can't die.
Spider-Man. Like, none of them can die because they all have movies that come out after. well, not Black Panther, but like their sequels are going to come out after Infinity Wars. Therefore, they can't die.
Scarlett Johansson might die.
Black Widow and Hawkeye could
Hawkeye,
die.
those two, they did probably die as a couple. I don't know. That's fair. I'm saying.
Dude, they're gonna have like Scarlett Johansson throw her legs over Thanos, like how she does in all her movies.
And then he goes.
Yeah, he's just gonna power bomb her with an Infinity
It's the
Stone.
same typical. Like, you know, I hate that about her. Like, if you watch all the
Head
movies with her in
scissors.
it, she's always crossing her legs
The head scissors
over someone.
takedown. It's called
Yeah.
head scissors, bro.
Yeah, she's
Turn
always,
Prana.
I know, but it's the same
Turk
fucking
and
move
Ryan.
in every movie though. It's like, do something different.
Yeah, that's all she can do.
Yeah.
As a woman in movies, that's pretty much the go-to move. I love doing it. That move's so fun to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, we're winding down. This is cool. I like our new setup. Spider-Man was great.
Yeah, I mean, overall,
Overall, I really liked it.
with all this complaining and everything, overall the film I gave it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was great. It's something worth watching. The moral of the story is really a coming to age type of movie. It's, like I said before, it's definitely geared towards the younger viewers.
He usually gives it a 10 rating, but 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to your 10 rating? I don't
Told you,
your
fucking
out of 10.
Zendaya and Flash Thompson
I know
ruined it for me.
But you get 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
But you
it's
normally
an
give
8
it,
out of 10.
You normally give it like a 10-star rating or a 10 rating or like you go with the 10 scale.
I don't know. I thought it was really good. I liked it, but yeah, like Andrew said, new setup, new place, which will hopefully keep getting better. Our next step is
green screen.
we want to get a green screen so we can put ourselves in fun little places.
I want to put myself in Gotham City.
We would have to. We can do that, but we'll need to get a wider webcam though, because we'll have to move closer so we can put the green screen behind us.
This is pretty much the Andrew show. You see just me right here, me on the screen. Hey, what's up, guys? This is me.
We might want to just get stools.
Oh yeah.
Maybe another light.
Anyone wants to give us any donations?
Yeah.
Email
Well,
us.
lights we have. C has a standing light I can install, but we just need a wider webcam, which I can't buy because I already gotta do a lot of other stuff. But I'll try to find a wider webcam.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyone want to donate stuff? Email us. Tell us. Send it to us. Whatever. We'll give you.
We need like
information.
a GoFundMe page or Patreon.
Okay, I think like a Patreon would make more sense.
Yeah, but we'd have to do something. every-
GoFundMe, no one's gonna fund you on GoFundMe. We don't have a sad story or a fake story.
Mark's got a baby. You
Yeah,
can use
I
that.
need this equipment.
Everybody.
and he's white. They're gonna
Yeah.
fall for it.
Everybody,
I need the
we're gonna
equipment.
start a GoFundMe for Mark. He's having a baby, but none of it's going to his kid.
No, it's all going to its selfish shit.
He's going to his college fund.
Selfish shit.
We're pulling college
Yeah.
funds out.
See, I'm just excited to finally. I bought this thing like 6 months ago and never had a chance to use it yet. I'm just finally excited to actually use this thing.
That's good.
We're not using microphones.
Nope.
We're using a microphone.
Well,
we're not using yours.
because when we do manage to get like a green screen, we can get, like I said, we gotta figure out a way that we can all move closer and have the camera capture us, so we can put a green screen behind us.
Yeah.
Because right now there's no room for a green screen unless we hang it off the ceiling.
Unless we rearrange your man cave, but that's
Which
on you.
Isn't really gonna happen because there's nowhere else because see that wire up there, that's zip tied stuck in there, so I don't want to put a bunch of wires everywhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, anyways, we got a lot more stuff that we would love to talk about, but we all know we got lives, and if you don't have lives, then you can always repeat this episode.
Plus, if there'd be no point in tuning in if we didn't.
How long has it been since we've recorded? Like almost 3 weeks, right?
It's been a little bit.
It's been 2 weeks.
But now we can do it consistent, and like I said, we have a couple things in the works that might bring some big changes to Pop Luck. But
next week we're gonna pull for. Hopefully next week we'll get together. We're gonna do Comic Roulette again. We'll do another episode that not next week, but then maybe 2 episodes from now. We're gonna maybe do our movie choices for each other, maybe.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
yeah.
We'll talk about Mark's reading comics. We'll talk about Lazarus contract maybe.
Yeah, now that Mark's reading comics, I gotta get back into reading my comics. I've been like
he hasn't
I'm
contract.
like fucking roughly 2 months behind you. That's how bad it is.
Mark is caught up on Batman Beyond.
Well,
I've not even started Batman Beyond.
Minus one issue.
I haven't even started Batman Beyond. I'm still reading the ones from 52.
Minus one issue. So I didn't pick up issue number 9, but I'm almost caught up on Batman Beyond, and it is super good. Almost caught up on Teen Titans. Caught up on the Power Rangers Justice League crossover.
You get Titans yet?
No, I found a used copy of Titans issue number 1 for $12.
Yeah.
So if I buy, because I don't want to pick up the freaking trade paperback. I want to get the issues, but the comic book shop only has issues 2 through current. So I'm gonna have to just suck it up, buy issue number 1 for expensive.
Honestly, that's not so bad. But I've paid for more for one issue.
Yeah, I know you have. So have I though. Like, I got actually. You know what? I'm gonna go show it because since we're talking about me being on comics.
I think the most I've paid for a comic is...
Which, mind you, until we get the green screen... Yeah. No, but to Andrew's point, we can actually move... Like I said, the plan is we can actually move all this equipment with extension cords over here.
Oh, and then face...
We can just set a webcam on top of the TV, podcasting mic right up there on the TV, move the futon up every time we podcast, put the green screen behind the TV. With a bunch of extension cords, we should be fine.
Yeah.
Anyways... So I picked these up before I even got into comics, but let's see if
they're the Green Ranger variants.
Yes.
Or
so
the Power Ranger variants.
Yeah. So this is. I'm waiting for it to show, so I know it's actually showing.
It's showing.
Bro. Oh yeah. So
if you're in front of my face, it's showing.
So there's this one, which is the Green Ranger, and then the White Ranger. So those are like they're like variant Chinese reworks of the Power Rangers comics.
Are they connected comics?
Yeah, they're connected comics. Yeah.
So there's actually there's one for everybody. Like there's like the red one, green, but you cannot find them. And like
who's the artist?
It's Kyle Higgins.
No, that's the writer.
Yeah,
Kyle Higgins is the writer.
I don't know who it is, man.
Kyle Higgins is the writer. You gotta start knowing stuff.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I don't give a shit.
You're gonna eventually pick up who's writing what.
It's definitely not anyone on this.
Yeah, it's none of those guys.
But anyway, my point is. So, I couldn't afford it but these were $40 each by themselves, and then I had them autographed by Jason David Frank, who doesn't know, portrayed the original Green and White Ranger on the TV show. So
he's also playing Bloodshot? Not Bloodshot.
Deadshot.
I know what you're talking about. He's with the Titan Comics.
I think Blood.
Something blood.
Yeah, something blood. Whatever. But yeah, but me and Andrew looked it up. Like, you can buy these are actually worth now, like because they're signed like a couple $100.
Yeah, my issue is like $100 last I checked. That was like World Comic Condo.
Oh yeah, but see, like I wish I had picked up the other ones because like back when I picked up these had come out the year before, so they had the pink and yellow Ranger now of these, but I didn't have a decent paying job then, so I couldn't blow.
Right.
Dude, they made a cover for Power Rangers issue 0. They made a cover. They made actually a lot of covers where you probably end up spending so much money on it. That was the only comic that I actually considered buying all the suit issues, the one with all the power suits. But then, our the store policy is you can only get 2, and I respect comics more policy, and I held back and was like, all right, just get 1. I'm only careful what's in the inside. So
I love variant comics.
This guy has like 50 issues.
There's a reason why I have so many comics. Because the majority of them, they're all the same shit. It's just different covers.
See, but I do want the variant cover of the Power Ranger Justice League crossover. The only variant cover I have is Deathstroke number 20, the end of the Lazarus contract, where it continues Deathstroke's new series, which, because I was curious as to whether or not I would want to get into Deathstroke, and after reading issue number 20, the answer is no, because it's like the next
arc right now is
Dark Titans,
new team, yeah.
Which to me just doesn't seem interesting whatsoever. So I'm going to end it, but I got the variant cover of that issue because it's a big Deathstroke crushing a tiny Deathstroke in his hands.
Yeah, I've never been interested in reading Deathstroke. They almost got me though at the end of Lazarus Contract. Like maybe I should read it, and I was like,
That's why I got the next issue because I loved his issue of Lazarus Contract, but that was only because it was like
not because it's actually
it's a crossover.
Yeah,
No,
I did get the variant cover of the Teen Titans issue number.
Actually, that's in the main cover.
Is it the main cover?
That's the main cover. I got it.
Yeah, it has if it has the arc title on it, that's the main cover.
So there's 2 main covers for that one.
Yeah, they usually be 2 main covers.
Well, anyways, so yeah, I got a bunch I got to pick up,
Yeah.
but my Darth Maul series doesn't come in until the 17th. But my Darth Vader should be in actually today.
Yeah, so we'll be talking more comics on.
Yeah.
Pop.
Get ready for continuous changes with our setup as we improve
And
our improvement.
I'll probably be watching other shows and movies.
Yep.
I still gotta watch Goonies.
I'm watching season 1 of SpongeBob right now, so yeah.
Well, hey, we gotta talk about that. SpongeBob is pop culture too.
Yeah.
So dude, like when I watch SpongeBob, all I see is fucking memes now. That's all I see because the people make so many memes with SpongeBob.
Yeah, but yeah, there's more to come.
I want to expand Pop Block and be more than just we're starting as a podcast.
Yes, but like we did talk about something earlier, which we won't mention because we don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Yep.
But we have some pretty big things in the works.
Yeah.
But we'll go from that, and that's about all I got. Cause I'm gonna.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to us this far, thank you.
We went off topic,
but it'll be up on iTunes and SoundCloud.
We'll post up the audio soon. Pretty soon.
And you can follow us. And,
follow us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Well, subscribe.
Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on SoundCloud. If you don't like SoundCloud, subscribe to us on iTunes. If you don't have Apple, if Mark doesn't have Apple, just whatever.
Yeah,
you'll find us on SoundCloud.
You'll get it.
But anyways, thank you for listening to the Pop Luck podcast and our Pop Luck YouTube live stream.
Yeah.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Ricky.
Mark.
And thank you guys. And like I always say, happy birthday. For some reason. All right. Stop. Okay.
And you gotta stop from OBS too.